If you're watching this, you probably attempted to set up Claude using some kind of a website through an API, and especially for something like social media. Facebook requires you to create a dev account, create an API key, then give permissions to that API key, then set a timeline of how long that API key is good for, and then Facebook has bots that automatically block robot-type activity. So then you get rate limited, and then you just pull your hair out, and then you want to quit. So instead of going the API path, which is called programmatics, we're going to go from the front end, which is the user interface. So just like today, I go to facebook.com and I log in, and then I can go make a post. Well, that's what Firecrawl offers. So reading through the documentation, what it sounds like is we can get Claude to connect to Firecrawl, and we'll set up an account with Firecrawl one time. And then Claude will be able to leverage a private Chrome browser that it can navigate just like a human using our credentials, which will be saved as a token. So once you log into Facebook, for example, a token is created, and then that's what Claude's going to leverage through Firecrawl. Everyone's talking about it. There's a lot of hype behind this, so let's go ahead and test it out. Let's sign up, authenticate with Google. Okay, let's get you started. Email verified. All these other things are optional. Let's go to continue. Found you guys through YouTube actually, and then continue. Agree to everything and then continue. Okay, so we have multiple options to install this. Curl, we can go through a terminal, just paste that into it. Python, if you're writing some kind of a script or have a embedded code, your typical npm install, and then command line interface. This is what we're going to grab because we're going to give this to Claude. This is an example API key. It's not going to work if you just copy this. You have to create your own first. But this is the examples we're going to copy and paste to Claude. Let's say continue for now. Give ourselves a team name. Sounds good. It's a combinator. And then continue. So the plans can do the same stuff. It's just the amount of scraping you can do. So if you want 3,000 pages all the way up to 500,000 pages, you can go for the higher plans. But the free plan seems to be doing exactly the same stuff. And good enough for this test. Okay, we land on our dashboard, and of course, here's our API key, so I can go ahead and copy that. And then the agent integration right here as well. So I'll copy that and this and give it to Claude. So here I have Claude running on my desktop using Visual Studio in the terminal. The CLI just gives you a lot more power is what I heard, so that's what I'm going with. I would like you to install and set up Firecrawl as a skill. I will ask you to use this tool to browse to certain websites using my token and then perform actions on those websites like post, scrape, get, etc. And then here are the instructions, go for it. Installed it just like that, asked me to restart Claude, which I did. And now I'm going to give it a test. I said, make a post on my Facebook saying I'm testing out Firecrawl right now, live, and it's pretty cool. And then it comes back with, before I post publicly on your Facebook, I want to confirm this is a post, it's your personal account, and should I go ahead and post this? I'm going to say yes. Okay, so it says Facebook is showing the login page. I don't have your credentials. Please log in via the live browser view. Where is this? Wow. Okay. So I went to that link that it showed me, and sure enough, it's on the Facebook login page. So let me log in. Okay, password accepted. Let's go in. I'm not a robot, technically. Pick lights. I don't know if that counts. Let's verify. Okay, we're logged into Facebook. Very nice. Now, Firecrawl should be able to manage this itself. So let's go back to Claude and say I've logged in. It says, I can see the what's on your mind button. Let me click it and make the post. It put in the text. Now it clicks the next button and then posted. And I see absolutely nothing. I refresh, new browser, logged in on my phone. There is no post. The last one was done 3 days ago and it should have been right here. But now that it is logged in, let me see if I can try to post using my token already. Maybe that helps. I'm gonna ask it to post again, but this time say it's my second try. Okay, and it didn't save my session either, so it's asking me to log in again. To say I'm not a robot again, find fire hydrants. I'm gonna tell Claude I'm logged in, and so it starts doing things. So it opens up what's on your mind, starts typing in, that's pretty cool, and then it should be able to just hit next. Is it gonna do it? Next, great. And then post. Wow, it's posting. Should be not now if you want to get rid of this, but the post should be live. It says posted. I'm testing out Firecrawl right now live and it's pretty cool. This is my second try. Okay, let's see if that's actually on Facebook. I'm going to say not now to this one. Still shows posting. It is here. Okay, that's pretty cool. Posted by myself on the page, like my profile. Okay, so good job Firecrawl. Second attempt. I don't know what went wrong on the first one. It kind of like killed the session somehow, a little early. Now what we're going to do is turn this into a skill and then give that to an agent that people can then hire on agentrage.com and then have the agent just do this for them. No install, no need for Claude either. You'll just hire an agent off of Agent Rage and then have them do your bidding. So I asked Claude just to do that. Turn it into a skill, give details. And so this time through my Telegram, which I communicate with Tails through, I can just say things like, hey, I'm thinking about X, Y, and Z. Go ahead and post that to my Facebook. But you should know that I got a notice from Facebook saying, hey, did you just try to log in near Virginia Beach? Okay, so Facebook does know there's something fishy going on. The message only has a button that says this wasn't me. So as long as it's approved, I can ignore this email and we should be good. But that just goes to show you what I was talking about earlier. Facebook is constantly looking for bots doing things automatically. They're worried about spamming and degrading their overall platform. That is not our intent. And what we're going to do is keep it on a lower threshold, meaning we're only going to post a couple times a day. We're not looking to scrape thousands of posts regularly. We'll leave that to the professional services that have millions of proxies all around the world that mimic human activity, and they can deal with Facebook directly. But the issue is going to be every time I ask Tails to post to my Facebook, I'm going to have to log in. And that kind of defeats the purpose. That doesn't sound right to me either, because Firecrawl says it can hold a persistent session. I'm going to ask it to research based on the white paper documentation that I got from Perplexity. Okay, so it looks like it is possible, and Claude didn't know it could save the session. So we're going to do this again. Okay, go back to the login page, find all the hydrants again so it doesn't think I'm a robot. Soon it's going to be the opposite, where it says, prove that you're a human. Now 2 CAPTCHAs. Facebook is on to us. And a third one. This is how your account gets disabled on Facebook. I'm on like CAPTCHA number 6, by the way. Now it's doing this CAPTCHA where certain pictures disappear and it's making it more complicated. Okay, 12 CAPTCHAs later, I'm logged in. Told Claude that I'm logged in, and then Claude killed the session automatically and saved the session ID. Now it's going to see about creating a new session using the same token. And you know what? It's not looking good because I already have an error unauthorized. But what do I know? Because Claude says it's successful. And now it's going to wire this into my assistant Tails so that way Tails never needs to log in to Facebook ever again. And just like that, about 15 minutes later, it's done. So no login required. Tails spins up a firewall browser session using the current session key that's saved, then deletes the session. It's fully automatic. We just tell Tails post to Facebook and then the message, and it fires. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay, so let's tell Tails post to Facebook. I am available to hire on agentrage.com. And it says I don't have the ability to post. Okay, great. Let's see what went wrong, because we do have a local Tails and then we also have one on the cloud, which is hosted on Railway. So we had to add Facebook as a capability to Tails. Okay, problem fixed. Tails restarted. Let's try again. New message. Let's give it a shot. I have Facebook posting tools. Okay, so it's not going to work if we pass it over to Tails, but what we did learn is you can do it through Claude Code. And apparently Firecrawl has a session memory option where it remembers your login. And we did pick Facebook, which is notoriously difficult for robots to handle because Facebook just has so many defenses in play. But if we were doing something simple like Reddit and then answering posts for people in order to generate leads, or just accessing any kind of a public forum and just putting things out there, or if we just wanted research, like what are the latest articles to do X, Y, and Z, which a lot of different agents can do today. So I do see a lot of potential in Firecrawl, and because it was successful, I think it's definitely worth investigating. So go ahead and install Firecrawl, use it with your Claude, and together that's a very powerful duo because now you have access to all of the most common websites that you would go to. Hope you liked the video. Stay tuned for our next venture. If you want to do this yourself and you just need a little bit of help, join my Skool community, use my HighLevel affiliate link, and I will help you. Revenue that I generate from that, 20% of it goes into paid ads, and the leads, I share them with my community. With my affiliate link, you get a 30-day extended trial plus a bootcamp that you can go through. I have a 15-part course that gets you from initial idea all the way to operational agency. You'll get hundreds of pre-built AI agents ready to go, workflows, automations, website templates. I also have 40+ businesses and marketing courses that you can then sell to your members. I'm heavily involved in my community. I join 7 days a week so you can have one-on-ones with me where we can build things, we can do think tanks and come up with business ideas. You can even join my businesses where I show you what I'm doing day in and day out. Everything is completely free until I get to maximum capacity. Join now.